Hello, guys. Welcome to our podcast Lunch with Ecommerce Villa. In today's episode, we have the pleasure of welcoming Sammy Akhtar back to our show. So, he is a seasoned advertising expert with a wealth of knowledge and expertise in creating successful brands on Amazon. So, we have had him before in our podcast where we share some great insights on Amazon PPC advertising. So, but this episode is going to look a little different because we will be actually sharing some case studies as well, some real life scenarios, some things, some problems that Sammy actually tackled well, and so it's going to be a great episode for those who are interested in learning on Amazon PPC. So have fun, grab a cup of coffee if you have. So as we delve into the case studies. So welcome, Sammy. Thank you so much, first of all, for joining. For those who doesn't know you, tell us a bit about yourself, and then we'll get into the details.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Ali, for having me today. My name is Sammy Akhtar. I started my journey as an Amazon seller on the year 2017. And then I launched my brand. I ran that brand for almost 1.5 years. I exited from there. Then I started my own advertising agency where we are now managing over 60 plus global brands with 35 plus team members, managing over 100 million USD in revenue. Yeah, that is what we are doing right now.
Awesome, Sammy. So, Sammy, before we get into the details and start discussing the case studies, I would like to ask you your thoughts on the opportunity Amazon is presenting to the sellers overall. I mean, there are two types of sellers that you'll see. One who are just the investors; they are not the manufacturers, and then there are others who are the manufacturers, and they just want to sell their products direct to the consumers as well. What are some of the opportunities that Amazon presents, and what are some of the challenges that you think people need to be ready for, and they should be expecting this in the coming years?
Yeah, so first of all, Amazon is a changing marketplace, right? It is changing every day, every week, every month. Now, what we are observing is if you're a manufacturer, now you got a couple of plus points, right? Because you got plus points in the prices. The way you
Yeah.
can get the prices, a seller cannot get it. And what we are seeing is because we are handling a lot of sellers who are selling globally by using global marketplace. I mean, they're maybe manufacturing their product in India, China, or Vietnam, somewhere there, and they're now exporting to other marketplaces. And what they are doing is they are really taking advantage of the global platform and boosting their sales, first launching in one marketplace and taking advantage of the reviews of that marketplace and just duplicating and selling on the same listing.
Yeah.
So for them, it is quite easy because now since they are manufacturing a niche, they have a couple of products that they already know that which they should launch next and then next and then next. But when it comes to a seller who try to launch their brand, who maybe identified a problem and identified a customer avatar and just wanted to launch a product, solving a problem, for them, what I think is it is obviously a really good marketplace if you focus on one particular problem and solving that problem and serving that particular customer. And
Yeah.
what I am seeing is right now over the period of years is the cost per acquisition of each customer for every brand is almost increasing every time. Like every
Yeah.
day you can see the cost per click is not same. It is
Yeah.
constantly increasing and it is not coming down. So for sellers who are just thinking about direct response marketing and just thinking about, okay, if I'm running ads and this is what is costing me to get one sale, that is not going to happen next time. Because now what we are seeing with supplement brands, skincare brands, FMGC products is if their product is selling for, let's assume, $9, it is costing them more than $18, $20 to get one sale. So it is completely like double what they are paying to get one sale. So sellers need to most focus on the LTV. How much can they get from each customer? What is the frequency of buying of that each customer? And now Amazon is rolling out all these data. They also give us the NTV percent, new to brand percentage, new to brand sales,
Yeah.
where we can figure out how much repeat customer we are getting. And trust me, what we are seeing is right now, if I just talk about skincare, because that is a market where a cost of 200%, 300% is considered as norm. So
Yeah.
there, what we are seeing is sponsored display, sponsored brands, mostly sponsored display is giving a really good ROAS. Mostly
Okay.
because we have that look back period for purchase pre-marketing, mostly because of that, but it is giving tremendous good amount of results. So yeah, that is what I think sellers should focus on: LTV, cost per acquisition, and frequency to increase and get more repeat purchases.
Exactly, exactly. So, Sammy, I mean, you touched on that base, that 200% A cost that you are. I mean, it's very common in supplement brand and in skincare products. It's absolutely true. So, if somebody is a manufacturer, and especially if you are working with a lot of USA sellers, USA sellers, yeah, most of the time they will be selling either supplements or skincare products. I mean, this is their go-to niche for USA brands. So I mean, what are the options for them? I mean, yes, PPC. If somebody is experiencing a 200% A cost at the start of their launch, I mean, this is absolutely not a great sign. This will freak out the sellers. What do you think that? What are the other options that they can leverage and they should leverage to especially make profit in these niches in 2023 when it is so competitive? Maybe some external traffic, influence marketing, or do you think that influence marketing can be one solution that they can leverage? So what would you say on that?
Yeah, so you are absolutely right on this because, but another thing that we need to add here is the conversion rate that we get through Amazon ads is
Yeah.
much more higher than Google ads, influencer marketing, TikTok ads, whatever we have, right? But Amazon seems like they are also putting attention on external traffic a lot. They want you to bring their customer
Yeah.
because they used to pay a lot. Now also they are paying a lot to acquire each shopper. But if you are bringing that customer for them, they are going to reward you. Now the brand referral bonus program, where it starts from 5%, goes till 20% at an average 10% brand referral bonus, which we get or sellers get. Now there is obviously the attribution delay, where
Yeah.
I think it is almost 20-30 days until the return period is over, then the amount is reflected. So we have tried Google Ads. We have tried Google Ads connecting through PixelMe and then directly linking to the attribution, brand referral bonus URL. We have also tried directing Google Ads traffic to a separate store page. A separate
Okay.
store page. Let's assume we are launching a separate product, a single product, and we did with this Sleep Aid brand. They are a brand which is selling Sleep Aid capsules. So
Okay.
we created a separate landing page, I mean sub page in the store, and all the modules in that sub page were only focused on that particular product. First, we added one module where we had that add to cart and see all details. And whenever customer clicks on add to cart, the button changes and becomes proceed to checkout. Okay. And then followed by we have a big module for video, then some copy, some images, and then again followed by at the bottom the same uh, buttons like add to cart and see all details. Now, what is
Okay.
happening is between the click through the ad, jumping to the store page, which is a sub page, going to the purchase, there is no ads being shown of other competitors. Now,
Yeah.
during the launch period, when we have close to zero reviews, because Vine program also takes time to give you reviews and they don't even promise you. So during that time, what we see is doing this particular method increases the conversion rate a lot. And in the initial stage, conversion rate is going to really matter for you. So I think that is what we need to focus on. Even you can drive TikTok ads to that store page, right? TikTok ads,
Mhm.
whatever you want to do. But frankly speaking, Google Ads gave us the best result because again, if we create, let's assume we got five
Yeah.
keywords which we are targeting to rank in the first week. We'll create five different campaigns, and each
Okay.
campaign we will name for that keyword. Now, whenever the traffic is coming through that particular campaign, Amazon is also tracking it because they can stick, if you just see the
Yeah.
QID, and we can see all those strings, and those strings that is coming from Google, it will have that keyword as well. So we'll get the ranking juice through that as well. So I think Google Ads should be the most preferable option for sellers if they are looking for something other than Amazon ads.
Yeah. Exactly. So, like, okay, so Google Ads is definitely one option, and you explained pretty well. Like, are you or your company also working on influence marketing, or is Google Ads and Amazon PPC?
Yeah, no, we are working with influencer marketing as well because in the launch phase we need to do that, and also it increases the brand visibility, especially for
Yeah.
supplements. That is a very important thing, and we require that a lot. So we do that. We have a team that do the outreach and reach out to them, and then send emails, connect with them, and then do all those sorts of deals, like how many videos they need to post, what is the agreement, and all those kind of things. We also help them with the Google ads. So far we don't look at TikTok ads because it is a little bit complex handling from India. uh,
Exactly.
but yeah, but Google ads and influencer, those are preferably the best option that we have seen, and we are also doing the same.
Yeah, exactly. You touched on TikTok as absolutely. I mean, same for us since we are in the Pakistan. It's a kind of a trouble, but definitely TikTok influencers. I mean, it's sometimes they perform really well. It's a miss or hit. It's a that kind of a game.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, but for supplement brands, for skincare brands, influence marketing and TikTok influencers especially, and even Amazon Live is working pretty fine. In the launch phase, I think it is very, very important. If you are only banking on Amazon PPC, it can get tough. It's very important that you are also leveraging some external traffic as well. It has become more important in 2023. So, Sammy, you're absolutely right on that part. I would also like you to. Okay, so what are your knowledge about, like, where are most of the customers going? Is it like Amazon, or do you think that maybe Shopify is getting more attention? Where are, like, still is it still like Amazon is still getting the most customers? I'm not talking about the sellers, I'm talking about the customers. Where is the interest of the customers right now?
Yeah, I think that completely depends on the brand's presence outside there, how much trustworthy the brand is, whether the brand name is very famous out there or not. Now,
Yeah.
let's take example of Johnson and Johnson, okay, or
Yeah.
let's take example of Bulletproof coffee. So if you look at that, for that brand, because that is a very well-known brand, for them, if there is a two option, buying from Amazon or their own store, preferably there will be a 50-50 distribution or 70-20-30 distribution. People may
Yeah.
go to their store more than Amazon because they have built their trust. But when it comes to a new brand, then the ratio is completely different. Now, what we have seen is, because
Yeah.
we tried with Facebook ads, we tried with retargeting, we tried with Google ads retargeting, because PixelMe, it has the retargeting pixels. So
Exactly.
what we have seen, let's assume a customer is clicking on our ad and then nothing is happening.
Yeah.
Then what we can do, if we retarget them, then through our let's assume, no, I think I have gone to the wrong side. So the Google ads was driving to the store, and
Okay.
that we can track whoever is not purchasing that product, and whoever is either doing a abundant cart or not purchasing the product. If we target them, retarget them with Amazon link, then there's a
Okay.
very high likely that they will buy from Amazon. So
Okay.
Amazon have built the trust, and it keeps on building the trust of sellers, but it will again come on how much well known your brand name is. And the more well known, I think the more percentage of sale will come from Shopify or their own store.
Exactly. So, when you talk about the Google ads, do you suggest a landing page in between, or do you think that the traffic can go straight to the product detail page? What's your preference in that regard, and what's been better? What has performed better?
Yeah, you can send directly to Amazon link. Okay,
Yeah.
that is doable. But what we have tried is, we tried two option. We tried
Yeah.
first connecting PixelMe through brand referral bonus URL,
Yeah.
and second option we tried is direct Google Ads to store page. Now that is also trackable, because each sub pages we can see how many page views, clicks, and sales are coming.
Okay.
But the attribution delay is still there. So both option can work for you. If you want to retarget, then, and also if you want to get a brand referral bonus, then you have to go to the other route of PixelMe, or you can even do not use PixelMe, and you will not get the retargeting thing, but you can also go directly to the brand referral. So those two options I think works the best, and you can track, if you are using PixelMe, you can track that which campaign is giving you the sale. And when we
Okay.
create campaigns, if we have 10 keywords that we want to rank for, we'll have 10 different campaigns. And each campaign will have one ad group, only one keyword in that ad group. So that is how the best way to track. And also, if you're driving directly to a sub page in a store, that also can be trackable. Another option is there, we tried Landing Cube. So Landing Cube
Okay.
is a software which, if you just put your Amazon product URL, it creates a landing page for you. It takes the reviews, it takes the images, it takes all the copies and creates a landing page for you. There you can also put, now this particular software were being used a lot when there was search find by, then when to distribute coupons and collect emails. We have tried this as well for distribution coupons and collecting emails. If you want to do a BOGO offer, buy one get one offer for supplements, that
Yeah.
is also really good for this. And also you can connect your retargeting pixels as well. So this three options, out of this three, connecting through brand referral bonus would be the best.
Well, absolutely. That was really valuable. So, Sammy, we touched on those part. That was really important because, yes, customers are still increasing on Amazon. That is important. It's just like, yes, the competition has risen, but sellers have to find a ways to make money. I think the cost of acquisition is definitely rising, but the opportunity is still great.
Yeah.
So, Sammy, can you share some actual case studies with us? I mean, you are managing a lot of brands, and most of those brands are really successful. Any case studies and action steps that you took to take the account from X number to another Y number or something like that to increase the sales? Can you share some case studies with us?
Yeah, can I share my screen? Is
I
that is
yes,
possible?
yeah. You need to
Okay,
click on present.
okay, let me share one. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Not now. You clicked on present. Okay. I need to add it to the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Okay. So this is a brand that is doing close to $100,000 every month.
okay.
And what is
Awesome.
happening is, what happened with this account is, I think that is a really good case study that I need to share. What we have observed is, so this is a software that we use to track our clients' performance and get all the reports and reporting. It really gives a really granular approach for all the data. Now here, this is the marketing stream data where we get the hourly data, how it is performing. And if you see, this starts from 12 midnight, goes till the hour of the day, right? So here you
Yeah.
can see it starts picking up. This is the sale that start picking up, and at this point, at 10 a.m. to this 6 p.m. evening,
Yeah.
this time period, you'll see there's a drop in sales, and this is the average on the whole 30 days period, because this is a
Okay.
data of 30 days.
Okay.
So what is happening is, we are seeing that there is good spend is good, the ad spend is going good, and after 10 a.m. the sale decreases, but the ad spend keeps on going. And
Okay.
while doing this, so their daily spend is around $350 to $400. But due to this downward trend, what they were doing is, they are spending almost double. And
Okay.
why they are spending is because, after 6 p.m., there is a good volume of orders that comes again. So if they just suppress their campaigns, they would probably not get this kind of orders, because the impression will come down.
Okay.
So after we got access to the marketing stream, we saw that which are the time frame when they are getting less orders, and this is
Okay.
a average frequency that is happening. So previously, what we did was, we set a daily budget
All
cap of
right.
$350, and daily budget cap, it suppresses the campaign's movability, right? So
Yeah.
what was happening is, this particular sales that was also decreasing because of the daily budget cap. So
Yeah.
now we have the exact time range, that when we need to suppress our campaigns, when we need to control the budget, and
Yeah.
when we need to figure out to boost again. So I
Yeah.
think this is a really good case study on Amazon marketing stream, because this is
Yeah.
a hourly distribution of the data. So this account is doing really good, almost doing $1 million a year. And this one thing every seller should look at, if you don't have this kind of marketing sim data, because that is going to save a lot of your money if you do day parting properly. So
Yeah.
yeah, that is one
Yes.
case study that I need to share.
What tool is it?
This is a tool called Hector.
Hector. Okay.
Yeah,
So how do you integrate it with the Amazon advertising, Amazon PPC?
it is simple. It is just like integrating any other tool,
Okay. Okay.
just by
Hector.
connecting through Amazon Ads, then Seller Central. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that is a really valuable information. I think so. Okay, so in terms of the day parting, do you like, do you have two bulk files? You apply, like, do you lower down the bids, or you just pause the campaigns totally at the time where you are not getting many orders?
So it depends on campaign wise. So
Yeah,
it depends on every campaign how it is performing and all. Obviously, we don't do manually because at this particular stage for this particular client,
yeah.
there is like thousands of campaigns, and for us to do that manually will be tremendous work. So we do through bulk files. There is also softwares that can be used, but we are not using it right now
Okay.
to handle the PPC. But right now we use worksheets to do all these things, and the pause or increasing bid or lowering the bid or the budgets completely depends on the campaign, how it is performing, what is its data. So that is how we are doing it right now.
Okay. I mean, like, you have two bulk files, one with the higher bids and maybe one with the lower bids. At the time when it's not performing well, you upload the lower bids campaign. Okay, Sammy. I mean, this
Yeah.
this actually, another question that came in my mind is that, um, a product which has been ranked, which is profitable, do you suggest pausing the campaigns, or do you believe that it's always good to, keep the ball rolling and just keep running the PPC maybe at the lower bids? What are your thoughts on that? What can be the outcomes you can expect when you are just pausing the campaigns totally for any product?
Yeah. So let me share my screen again. I have good data to share, and that would be
Okay.
really good for the. Okay. Yeah. So here are a few examples. Okay. One is an example. So client one is an example of a client who is selling for a long time. The products are well matured, well established. Here's a client
Okay.
who just launched their product. Okay. This is almost 30 days of their launch.
All right.
They would probably have 20 to 30 reviews right now. So here you can see the keyword distribution is this way. The sponsored keywords is 1,000, and the organic keywords is almost close to 4,000. So here is a good ratio of 1:4, right?
Yeah.
The sponsored keyword is almost one fourth of their organic keywords. And
Exactly.
here is the distribution of their the client who just launched one product. And here you can see the total keywords is 928, the sponsored keywords is 539, organic is 290, which is
Yeah.
very low, right? So for the audience who are watching our podcast right now, I would ask them to comment below which client do you think is having the lower tacos and lower ACOS. Now, tacos and ACOS will differ for this because of the organic ranking is so much different. So, what do you
Yeah.
think will have lower tacos? Either it is client one or client two. Type in the chat section or type in the comment section client one if you think client one has lower tacos. Now, let me show you the data of this. Okay. Let me move to the next one. So, here so client one example, if you see, the tacos is around 2.4% in the last 30 days. Now, why
Incredible.
the tacos is so low? Because the organic keyword distribution is almost four times of the sponsored keywords that they are running ads on, right?
Exactly.
And if I just show you the data of the other one who just launched, here you can see the e-cost is as 46% and the tacos is 28%. So for every $100 in sale, they're spending $28 to get that sale. And that
Yeah.
is clear because the sponsored keywords is only 439, 539, and the organic is 290. Now, when we start working on any client, the main thing that we look at is we should have a goal of in the next 3 months, we should index for more than 2,000 to 3,000 organic keywords. And organic keywords will bring you the tacos down. But if you stop your ads, that will impact your ranking very negatively, what we have seen.
Exactly.
Because if you're ranked organically, maybe there is some other long tail version of that string, right? If you're running ads for a short tail keyword, that will attract long tail version of the keywords, and it will take some time for you to analyze which keyword you need to separate out or which search term you need to separate out and create a separate campaign. Now, by separating out, I don't mean to pause in a campaign which is already performing. If a campaign is delivering good result, it is after all a machine learning. It will keep on
Yeah.
delivering a good result. And when you see the result is coming down, then you can probably think, okay, now I can pause. But if it is delivering and your tacos is good, then why not get some extra eyeballs, right? Because
Exactly.
ultimately you will get your conversion data.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Sammy, that was a great explanation. Another question that that just rose in my mind is, sometimes, it's the keyword optimization in the listing.
Yeah.
A product, I mean, if the product is not doing great, is still in the launch phase, it's not profitable, you can play around with the title, with the bullet points and all that stuff. But if a listing is doing good, it's already ranked, you are profitable, do you suggest optimizing or making changes in the title or the bullet points? Do you think that it is, or do you think it can be risky? Because as per my
So
experience, it can be risky, because I have
yeah,
experienced it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be risky if you're touching the title which is already performing, which is already filled with performing keywords, the bullet points. So we don't touch in the front end if it is performing
Yeah.
really good. The main option to touch is the search terms or the alt text. Now, what is happening with search term is once you see the search term that you're using right now is already indexed in the first page, you can probably delete all the search term and replace with new search term. And once you delete those search terms, the search term that you used previously, which you deleted now, those will keep on getting indexed.
Okay.
So that is what we have seen, and that is where you need to put on more keywords. And also there is an option for the alt text, which I think because alt text you can add like 99 characters in keywords, and that really impacts a lot. We use alt text for other language keywords. Let's assume we are selling in US, so we need to put some Spanish keywords there, some misspellings there. Misspellings we generally use in the search term field. So those are the
Yeah.
places where you can change a lot. And also when we start, the A plus content that we use contains a lot of copy, which are typed written copy. So we use those modules which have a lot of text to be written. Versus when the listing gets a couple of reviews, the conversion rate improves, we change
Yeah.
those to conversion oriented images, 970 to 600 dimension ones, which looks
Okay.
really big and with infographics. So that is what we are doing. And obviously, if you're getting sale through a short tail keyword, that will impact your long tail version of that keywords as well if they're attached in the same title or bullet points.
Yeah.
And the overall ranking juice will be distributed. So that is how you get index for so many keywords.
Yeah. Absolutely correct. So Sammy, it's been 26 minutes. Any other case study you would like to discuss?
Yeah, sure. So we had this brand which is in skincare. As I talking about skincare, 200% is really normal for them. So this
Yeah.
brand, uh, what is happening with this is their a cost for sponsored products is around 350%. Okay, they
Okay.
have like 20, 30 reviews, but they're a really good established brand. Okay, by
Okay.
brand I mean they're owned by a portfolio of organization. I mean the
Okay.
organization that owns that brand has almost 12, 13 brands,
Okay.
and they are really good at scaling brands. So this is a new brand that they have launched, and they have like in two-digit number the reviews, and whereas the competitors are in three-digit, four-digit the reviews are. And skincare is a trust-oriented market where they will only buy if it has very high reviews or the brand is very famous or being endorsed by a
Yeah.
celebrity,
Exactly.
which for this case wasn't. So what we have seen is the A cost for sponsored products was going around 350%.
Okay.
Whereas what we have seen is for sponsored display, the ROAS is really good. And most probably because of the repeat purchase and the NTB, it was around 60%. That means they are getting good repeat purchases. So
Okay.
what we did next is we tried to distribute because previously the 90% budget was going towards sponsored products. Whereas we have seen that the sponsored products is generating enough clicks. And
Yeah.
if you see the clicks sponsored products is generated versus the clicks we are getting or the impressions we are getting through sponsored display, if there is a very high difference, that means we need to increase the budget for sponsored display because we
Okay.
are targeting views remarketing or purchase remarketing. Views or purchase will only come if there is clicks or people
Yeah.
viewing our listing, right? So
Exactly.
if there is a
Exactly.
huge gap, then we need to increase the budget. So we did the
Yeah.
same, and the display ads is performing really good. The A cost for the display ads is around 80%. So obviously for them it is really good because they have a strong subscribe and save base and they have a strong repeat purchase. So that was about the skincare brand. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, yes, sponsor display ads giving a really good A cost, but how much do these contribute towards the organic ranking? I mean, do you believe that sponsor display ad helps to improve the organic ranks as well, or it is only the sponsored?
No. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think it impacts because the kind of placement we get from sponsored
Yeah.
products is huge. and those are keyword targeted, right? But the
Yeah.
sales that we get from display, it distributes, like the ranking juice obviously gets distributed, because ultimately Amazon takes care of the conversion rate. If they see a
Yeah.
listing is converting, that means they will give you the benefit of it. So once they give the benefit, it gives benefit to all the keywords that are into it, starting from the higher priority to the lower priority. So that is
Yeah.
how they distribute it. But obviously, the ranking juice, it goes first to the sponsored products, because those are keyword targeted, right? And
Right.
then for sponsored display, it is not so much, but still you will get good amount of ranking juice because of the conversion rate you are getting.
Oh, awesome. So are you also doing Google Ads? What you were talking about for this skincare brand?
Yeah, we were no, we were doing the DSP for it, and the DSP was around 600% ACOS. Okay, so
Okay.
DSP is obviously the front end, and for skincare, which has 2 digit in reviews, it is quite obvious for them to get that much spend in DSP.
Yeah.
Google Ads we haven't tried. They have the Google Ads running to their store,
Okay.
which we sometimes ask them to drive the traffic towards our listing. If there is
Okay.
some products which are newly launched where we need to drive some
Yeah.
traffic to get the initial boost in the honeymoon period, that is something that we do, but not effectively for this particular brand.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So, Sammy, you touched on that part. Do you think that honeymoon period ranking a new listing is relatively easier than ranking a listing which is old? Maybe a listing which we haven't worked on too much for 2 years. It's an old listing. Do you think that is a good decision to actually relaunch those listings, and because it's easier to rank a new listing? What are your thoughts on that actually?
Actually, it depends on the data, right? So let's assume there's an old listing which already had 2000 reviews, and whereas there's a new listing you just launched.
Yeah.
So obviously, you will probably give more preference to 2000 reviews rather than the honeymoon period, because
Exactly.
in the starting you may lose some budget in bids, trying to push and get the impression. But after all, the reviews will catch up to the honeymoon period, and soon the reviews will uh, exceed far more than honeymoon period, the juice that we get in the honeymoon period.
Yeah.
Again, sometimes what happens is those products do not perform because of inactivity of so many days or months, right? So
Yeah.
it again depends on, and for that case, maybe you could get an option to create a separate variation there. I'm not getting deep into that part because it may be variation manipulation.
Yeah, yeah. All right, right. So, Sammy, I think it's already over 30 minutes. I think it was, again, a wonderful podcast. And I think the kind of things that you are sharing so openly, I mean, I think it's today it was beyond PPC. There was some great insights about the Google ads as well. We touched on influence marketing as well. We touched on how to improve the conversion as well. It was I really personally enjoyed this episode. I think there was a lot to learn from myself as well, and I'm pretty sure this episode is gonna be very very valuable for our audience as well. So thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you soon again with another episode maybe.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Okay. So if anybody wants to reach you out, they are going to contact you at regrowmedia.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 All right. So thank you so much, Sammy. See you soon.
Yeah, bye bye, take care.
Bye.